So welcome to episode 3 of Game of the Week. We are currently at the Senat training ground, waiting to interview Brian, the coach of course of SK Wanderers, for what is going to be one of the big games of the season. It's a local derby coming up this weekend, SK Wanderers against Victoria Hotspurs. It's a big game, of course, and we're going to be asking Brian now for his updates on injuries and his thoughts on the game last week. So stay with us, we'll be with you back soon. So, welcome to the Game of the Week. Coach, thanks for joining us again. Brian, second defeat, all about lifting the team now for a big local derby game, I think, for the weekend, would you say?
I think there will be no needing of lifting anyone for this game. It's always been a very important game for us. It will be for Hotspurs. It's a derby here. So there's no need much effort on my side to lift the boys. Especially we have to start getting points. As you said, we're coming from 2 defeats, and it's high time that we start picking points in this league.
Gotcha. First half was fairly comfortable, I'd have to say. I mean, you know, you were holding your own, as in the last game, actually. The first half, everything just seemed to change so fast in the second half. There was a bit of a weird decision with the referee. Nobody really knew what happened.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you know, your backs are against the wall again so fast.
Yes, because we had a very, very good showing in the half-time and first half, as you said, and it really annoys me these things that some games practically are decided by bad decisions. So the boys were playing a very good game. They were limiting Anselm. If I'm not very much mistaken, they didn't even have one shot at goal. Anselm for the forward line. Anselm is very strong, so not having one shot at goal is saying something. Then that unfortunate incident that practically killed us, because playing against one of the teams that should be challenging for the league, giving such a good showing, playing well, then for a decision you don't have control on it, you go 1-0 down. Then it's very hard to come back, especially after such an episode.
Of course, and then Samuel coming off as well obviously didn't help.
Of course, yes, because I don't like to donate. Finally, it's 11 players, but we're missing some players.
Yeah.
So having one of your best players going out also, and then even losing Emerson in the second half. We had one foreigner less. We had some suspensions and their injuries, and then you're very limited, even on players on the bench to try to bring someone in. We're already a very young squad, so it's very difficult to have players with all those injuries and suspensions to rely on other players to come in and have a big say on the result.
The one thing though, Brian, and I say this actually a lot in all my comments is with SK, the one thing you always get from SK is 100%. They run themselves into the ground. I mean, game after the game, you can never fault their appetite. You know, they give all every game. Some teams you can see it in a team when they're not, but whenever SK play, they really do go for it.
Yes, and one of the main reasons is that practically every player is a player of the club,
Yeah.
and I strongly believe in this. There are some teams who say they're playing young ones, and that's not true. If you see teams, seldom you find one under 18 player starting the game. Practically, we have 4 or 5 players starting under 18, under 19, 18 years old. We believe in our young ones. We always did. I believe investing in them in the future will reap the rewards from it, and we're ready to wait because that's what it's all about. Obviously, I would like to win. Everyone would like to win. Everyone would like to bring in players. We used to do this sometimes, so we can do it again. We would like to win with our kids. Absolutely. That would be the best thing to do.
And you know, they're the future as well. So
yeah, of course.
Last question, injury updates. How are you looking for the game on Saturday? Any more worries?
Obviously, we have Neil back finally after 2 suspensions being carried from last season. We're still not 100% on 2-3 players. Obviously, there's James still missing, still be out. but hopefully maybe we can recover at least one player for next Saturday.
Good stuff. Listen, it's a big game. We'll be there, of course. We'll all be watching down, waiting for you to shout at everybody. And thanks for joining us, Brian.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Thanks,
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks.
Thank you.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the second part of the third episode of AMA Livestream show Game of the Week. I'm in a red-white because we are at Arab Playground and we are going to speak with Sean Bayada, head coach of Victoria Hotspurs. This weekend they are playing versus SK Victoria Wanderers, and this game, as well as all other games, are streamed live by AMA Livestream, and you can watch these games on sportrex.com/gozafootball. So let's get down to the interview. So welcome, Sean, to AMA Livestream show. And the first question for you is, what is the atmosphere inside the team? Because two previous games were quite equal, but you were unlucky. In the first game you had two players sent off, but still you, according to the statistics, you were quite equal with the enemy. And in the next game, the situation was opposite. Your one guy from Nadur was sent off, but still you missed a goal. But what's about you now? What's the atmosphere?
Yes, like you said, luck wasn't that much on our side, but I don't believe too much in luck. I believe in you have to work hard for things. The first game, like you said, we were with two players down. We still were pushing for the game for the 3 points. We didn't get them. We just get 1 point. Last game, we played a very good Nadur side. We played really well till the 85th minute. We made mistake and we conceded the goal. We lost some chances as well. But like I said, sometimes luck will favor the brave ones. Example, their player who scored, Barbosa, in my opinion, he did just nothing in the game, but he did everything because he scored the goal. Sometimes you depend on luck, but you have to work for it.
Yes, there was a mistake of a defender,
yes, but,
unfortunately.
it was a mistake, but the player kept believing in himself, and he scored and he made the difference. And he gave the 3 points for Nadur.
Okay, so your next opponent is SK Victoria Wanderers, and they started quite bad, but in their second game against Einsilem, they showed quite good results. They were equal with the enemy, but finally they got 3. What about them?
Yes, to be honest, I always like to concentrate on my team instead of opponents. But something about them, which I know, is they've been building with the same coach and with the same players for the past like 3-4 years now. You know, so when you play these kind of teams, they're always dangerous. I like, in my opinion, football where you change too much. You have to find your feet. You have to find momentum. So for sure, we're gonna face a very compact and steady team, and a team which they know their coach, the coach know their players. So I think we're gonna find a tough team.
And what about your squad? Are there any injured players or?
No. We have a full squad now. Even the suspensions are in. So the atmosphere is nice as well. We are training hard. Which I liked a lot from these two games, that the boys, they played with no fear. In the preseason, I just saw we played like 20 minutes good and 20 bad, or we play one good game, the other one is not so good. These two games we just played with no fear, you know, which I always tell the boys to do it, because since I came to Gozo, I just see example in training they do this, and when it comes to games, they collapse. And I liked a lot the spirit. And in these two games, I think sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but we played with courage.
Yes, and these red cards, there are quite a lot of them in this championship. And you think that discipline is the thing that you should work in?
Yes, discipline. Sometimes even they come. I never like to blame referees, but some referees, they come which they are a bit young, and they try to be a lot with the book. You know, they try to be a lot with the rules. Sometimes you have to, like I told my players as well, sometimes you have
Feel
to
the
use,
game.
you feel the game and you have to use your head as well, you know. So sometimes they play with passion, you play with heart. Yes, it should be, but sometimes you need to just stop and pass. You need to stop, and you don't run. You know, you don't. You have to play with the mind as well. But like I said, you know, sometimes it's the referee, sometimes it's us. You should not blame these things. It's our team, and we should find a way to get points now.
Well, thank you for the interview. It was very interesting, and good luck you in the coming
Thanks
derby.
And thanks for your program. It's really interesting for every Gazetans and people from abroad.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.